G'day everybody, time for another quick video. I tend not to do a huge amount of them, and it's been a while since I did the last one. Well, it was only about 2 weeks ago, but it was a good couple of months prior to that. But yeah, this time round I want to talk about the insanity of what's going on around the world with the mass hysteria, the government overreactions, our infringement on our rights and our freedoms, and how it has very little to do with health whatsoever. Today's beer anyway is Brackus Ferrari Rocher. It's one of their dessert dark beers. Smells divine. And the taste is just incredible. They do some really, really nice craft beers, especially their dessert stouts and porters. They are divine. Anyway, enjoy in moderation. So yeah, the insanity of what's going on and the direction in which it's heading is anything but good. Of course, the media is gleefully promoting the various ideas being tossed around, like COVID passports, punishing those who will not conform, and various governments are doing this in one way or another. Some of them are obvious, some of them are not so obvious, but point being, it's going in that general direction. And there's nothing good about that whatsoever. Considering after the Nuremberg trials with the Nazis, it was agreed upon, declared, and signatures were added to the paperwork, shall we say, that never again shall any form of health type related incursions on your freedoms will ever be permitted again. But here we are, living as if it's in 1984, the novel 1984, but it's of course 2021, where this is the type of thing that's being discussed and thrown about and bandied about and praised and ever so gently introduced. And of course it's like a carrot and stick thing, where initially you're favoured and rewarded for conforming to what the state wants you to do, and then more severe punishments come down the track. I tend to lean on the side of the seeing the direction of this heading very much in relation to what the biblical narrative says is they will not be able to buy or sell unless they have the mark. Now, there's various theories tossed about that, of course. From my point of view, nobody really knows. But there's already companies that have come out with chips that can be injected under your hand, and various other ways of identifying yourself and having all of your information on some form of a mark on your hand. Is it coincidence that it just happens to fall in line with what the Bible says? That's a decision you have to make, but for me, I think it's too coincidental. I do believe that there is a God, and He is a loving God, and He will eventually rescue all mankind, because that's fairly clearly stated in the scriptures. unlike the Christian religion that condemns you to burn forever unless you accept Jesus. Pretty much everything that the Christians teach is a load of nonsense, but all of that's another issue. The point being is that the COVID thing is very much going in that direction, and it's not good. So my suggestion very much is to resist. Spread the truth as much as you can on social media, emailing, texting, do letterbox drops, whatever you feel comfortable with. There's plenty of good groups out there on social media land that have a lot of information to share. Resistance is certainly growing, and a lot of people that are very much against the direction that this world is going in aren't necessarily people that believe in God per se, but that's irrelevant. The fact that people are standing up is a good thing. Anyway, ultimately it will end well, but there's a lot of pain that mankind is going to suffer because of the direction that the powerful in this world are leading us, and of course the blind sheep willfully just follow the narrative that's promoted in the media. So these people are going to go through a lot of pain in regards to the direction they're heading society in, because they're creating a society that's very much similar in many ways to the Nazi regime. Two-tiered society, discrimination, hatred, blah, blah, blah. It's not good. Anyway, life is short. Enjoy a really good craft beer. There's lots of good brewers out there, but these guys do some great beers, especially their, like I said, their dark beers. Cheers.